isn't the chat box working? Oh, why the hell my chat isn't working? Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, guess I'll get moving here. Going to replace the cooling fan. Already have a, well, I did have a brand new one. Now I dropped it on the floor and broke it. Brand new cooling fan. Which camera am I on here? There. Brand new cooling fan. What's up, show? And a tube of thermal paste. Also have the security bit that it takes to get apart a PS4. Top cover just slides off to the side. Dropping everything. Oh, I've got two PS4s that the fan went out in, so I figured I'd do a video on how to replace it. One screw there on the top. Doesn't look like I put the screw back in it back here the last time that I took it apart. So that should actually got weird pressure fittings on it. There's another screw back here. Oh, I already broke the frame on it too. Oh, that's right. It's got that goofy ass clip on this one side. The PC to Twitch, or keep using Playroom. I'll probably be doing PC to YouTube and Twitch. I just bought another computer because this one blew up and I just fixed it. This one clip is pain in the ass. Sometimes you just gotta strong arm it. I think I have a little flatbed. There we go. Or a little flat blade. Right underneath there, that's the fan. So you have to take this plate off. It doesn't look like it overlaps there. And I dropped the screw. Yeah, I'm setting up another room to stream from as well, so that I can stay on YouTube without getting hit by the whole made for kids shit, since I have so much collectibles in here. It's going to be filled with guns, so guns ain't supposed to be appealing to kids. And then for some reason they randomly switch it to Phillips head. Just a locator pin. I need a super tiny Phillips head. That might work. If not, I've got a jeweler set up there. I know. But what kid doesn't want a life-size stormtrooper? I don't think that bit is small enough. Plus, you can't see all that much of your collection. Well, with the HD camera, you probably can. I'm kind of blocking the view as we speak. Looks like that one will do. Yep, that one works good. Usually I have like a Sharpie. I can mark where the black Phillips head screws go. That'll work. Mark there. Mark there. Those aren't black, but they're Phillips head. Phillips head. Phillips head. Phillips head. Phillips head. That should work. Yeah, I've got older videos from the Star Wars room too that show a lot more. And I'm always showing whatever I bought that week, so that's not exactly in my favor. Tried to use a splitter and go to the other TV so I didn't have to keep turning to read the comments, but the splitter wouldn't allow me to do anything on the computer once I plugged it in. I could do dual monitors, but with using 2 cameras, I'm probably already pretty much at my max for the capabilities of this computer anyways. I like that little magnetic tray. Wish I knew where that one screw went that I dropped. Ah, right there. It's a little warm up here. How's the audio sound? Still have nicotine in your vape juice? Yep, 3 milligrams. Every time I go to 0, all I do is crave cigarettes. So. But I've gone to 0 a couple times. A little grounding strap piece comes right off. And this should lift right off, unless I missed a screw somewhere, which is possible. Nope, came right off. These are the little pressure plates, or heat sinks for the all these little chips around the main chip. Set that to the side. This is the main pressure plate for the main chip. Guess I should have pulled the hard drive out of it too. With the branded, been using an unmodified Jewel. Still not sick. Here, well, you can probably see it better on there. It's actually got the little logos. The X, the square, the triangle, and the circle for PS4. It's my 2 terabyte hard drive. I'm going to put that somewhere that it's not going to fall anywhere. There we go. Take the pressure plate off. It's got locator pins on this. And the main board. I think I have to take the power supply off the other side. It's got a grounding strap right there that keeps it from being taken off. There's the plug for the fan. Before I go too far, let me make sure that the plug that I have matches that plug. Yep, 3-prong plug. It's okay if you have a few parts left over when you oh yeah, always. Now the part that I hate is getting this bottom piece off. And it looks like I did not put the screw back in the last time that I took that apart. And it's another one of those have fun trying to pry it off. Should have a small flathead around here somewhere, I would think. But that's what I do for, that's what I get for thinking. Did you watch Eddie Murphy's hosting of Saturday Night Live last night? I watched some of it on YouTube this morning. It was pretty funny. Oh yeah, this is where I lose my damn power switch every time. Come on, you know you want to come apart. So why don't you? And then I lose the head off my flathead. Yeah, that was the first time I'd watched it in years. He was reminiscing about coming back to Saturday Night Live after 35 years. He said, now if you would have told me 35 years ago when I stood on this stage that 35 years later I would have 10 kids and Bill Cosby would be in jail, I would have bet against myself every damn time. That's a good way to stab yourself with a flathead. Who'd have thunk that? Come on, man. I'm breaking another damn cover. Just get enough slack over here to get the screwdriver in there to pry. You're doing pretty good. There we go. And there's the other side of the fan. Which camera am I on? There we go. Oh, where's my marker? Phillips head there. Phillips head there. There's the Wi-Fi, I believe. This goofy little antenna that goes through the whole thing. Looks like that's the only Phillips heads. Yeah, we'll do the power supply. Love that little magnetic tray. Before you pull the power supply, there's a four-prong connector over here, and the whole thing. Oh, I didn't take the Phillips heads out. This goofy little heat shield thing. I'm not real sure that you have to take it out, but I'll know when I take this first screw out because it'll be really freaking long if it is. Yep, it's a long screw. If you can't get the screw out, just unscrew them both until you hear it popping, hitting the last thread, and then pick up the whole heat shield and the screws come out right with it. Now the whole power supply should just lift right out. Sometimes you have to rock it back and forth. Thought there was a connector, but apparently there is. Well, the one connector that I took off on the side here. That's the only one. Okay, so that's undone. There's one grounding screw. Where was that? I know I just saw a grounding screw. Ah, that was one of the... No. Well, it's annoying because I know that there was a grounding screw. Oh. Unplug the Wi-Fi antenna. Guess I don't really have to unroute it. No, I saw a grounding screw come through the back of this. Should have been right there. I don't see the metal tab that was... Oh, there it is. There's the metal tab. So yeah, the grounding screw's already off of it. So it should... allow me to take this whole freaking thing off now. Unless I'm forgetting something. Oh, there's a connector over here by the fan. A ribbon cable. And there went my power. Told you I'd lose it. What am I missing? Oh, got a couple ribbon cables to unplug. Three ribbon cables right there. Small one. Middle one. Another small one. This one you can just leave on because you already unplugged it from the main power source. And the whole board comes off like so. There's the fan that we need to replace. See how lovely burnt it is right there. Even discolored that it got so hot. I think just one screw that holds that in. Yes, sir. So there's the old noisy fan. Yep, you can feel it knock. Very instructive video. It's only the second time I've had one of these apart, so I'm kind of stumbling back through it. Line up the new fan right with where the old one was. It's got alignment pins there to keep it in place. One screw back in, and there you have the new fan installed. Right there. And this connector will go back in the board once you flip it back over and put it all back together. Now, let's replace some paste. Remove the old paste. Yeah, it's not as pliable as it should be. It hadn't been that long since I replaced it, but where did I put the paper towels? Paper towel, some isopropyl alcohol. It would. What's up, Stack? Use the alcohol to clean the excess thermal paste off the heat sink. It's actually cleaning some of the metal off of the heat sink as well. Alright, that's all clean. Make sure these air holes here, you can see them. Well, if I hold them so that the camera can see them, it would be better. Make sure there's no dust blocking any of those holes. Then you have your CPU, which is this right here. And as you can see, it too is covered with thermal paste. So, get another paper towel, put a little bit of alcohol on it, and start cleaning all that shit off. Is this where computers come from? Now, this is actually my Darth Vader PS4 that was making the grumbling sound. When you clean it, make sure you get all the paste off the side. If you have to, Q-tip. Figured it was the perfect opportunity to try out the dual cameras. So you can see what I'm doing down here, and I can still talk to the camera wherever it is, right there. Sometimes you have to look at it at an angle to be able to see all the remnants of the paste. When you clean it, it should be all nice and shiny just like that. There, now you can see my camera in the chip. Sup, show? Or what's up, Stack? Oh, root beer. Once you get it all cleaned off, take out your little tube of thermal paste, and we are going to put just a little dab right there in the middle. Doesn't take much. Once you put that heat sink on, it's going to smash it down, and actually I think I might have put a little bit too much there, so that'll work. So then put the heat sink back on. If I can remember the orientation here. Oh, there's where the plugs are, so that's about how much paste I have on there. Oh, wrong way. Have to hook it around the HDMI and camera port on the back. And once you have it on there, the locator plate back on the back of the board here, and the pressure plate here. Oh, that's right, that was the goofy black ones. Now I have thermal paste stuck to my finger for the rest of my life. Get it started, get the other one started, because the piece of metal is bowed, so tightening it down is what puts the pressure on the CPU to adhere it to the heat sink and smear the thermal paste real good. I don't know why my chat isn't working. My chat is supposed to be right there, but nothing's showing up over there. Pretty good stack. 1.5 days left to work. Then done until the 3rd. I have to go back for 1 day, then off 2 days, then back 2 days, then off 2 days, then back 1 day, then off 2 days. And when you have it off of there, you want to make sure, if I can position it right, I don't know, it might be better to show you on that one. These fins right here, you want to be able to see through those. If you can't see through them, you need to hook it up to a vacuum. And actually, you should not use a regular vacuum. You should use a self-grounding vacuum, or it will create static electricity and possibly fry your PS4 board. I happen to have a self-grounding vacuum, but it's out in my car because I use it for work all the time. Okay, so anybody remember how to put this back together? Grab the bottom here. Here's the plug for the fan. It's the easiest way to figure out the orientation of the board. Make sure that the one, if you left that wire on, that it doesn't get, oh yeah, it has to go in with the back connectors first. And sometimes the USB don't want to go back into the case. There we go. It was more the locator pin there that it was catching on. And plug the, the fan and that little ribbon cable next to it back in before you forget about it, like I almost did just then. Fan's plugged back in. Ribbon cable plugged back in. It's got a little locator line on it. Pull it out a little bit so you can see it. See the little locator line, the little black line on the ribbon cable? That's how far it needs to be pushed in. I don't know if you can see that or not. So if it's not even with that line, you don't have it pushed in far enough. Alright. Seriously, anybody remember how this goes back together? Plug in your Wi-Fi, which is a goofy little, you'll feel it snap when you get it plugged back in. Then these 3 ribbon cables. Unplug that one without releasing it. But you have to lift up the outer ring in order to get it back in there. And it's got to be lined up perfectly. And it's a bitch. Duct tape's way faster. I don't think duct tape fixes the good old noisy fan though. Never had much luck with fixing a noisy tape with, or a noisy fan with duct tape. That one's a little bit more moody. I think it's in there. It's not even close to the lineup line. So we're going to release it again. Oh, okay. The lineup line lines up with the Titan ring when you have it up, not to the base when you have it down. Find a little ribbon cable here. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Both of those have the lineup line. That one actually doesn't look like it's plugged in far enough, but that's as far as it'll go, so we're going to stick with that. Okay, we got the, oh yeah, the power switch went flying when I took the bottom cable off. And it is a bitch to get back in there. Now, where's the... Oh, I don't have the same power cable on this one. Do everything you just did, but in reverse. Okay, there we go. No! Won't pop in yet. There's a little clip on the bottom here that has to go into the frame. This little clip here on the top actually clips onto the board. Get it in there right? Yes! Sorry about the blinding light there. This is not the most comfortable chair to be bending over trying to do this crap on. Actually, it looks loose. Well, as tight as it goes. Okay, at this point we can put the hard drive and the power supply back in. Put the power supply first. And which one of these is I'm going to go ahead and put the hard drive back in because it seems to be a type of support for the board. Once you plug it into the main board and put the screw in, it'll help support it to the frame a little bit. That. That's that goofy Sony branded screw. Alright, now this ground goes there. So what exactly is the screw that holds that down? That would be one of the hold downs for the main power supply. No, that's the grounding strap that goes over the power supply. So, line up the connector there with this big ass connector right there, 2-prong connector. Yes, that's the technical term, is big ass connector. Make sure you're not binding any of your ribbon cables over here. It'll snap down. Plug the 4-prong connector back in before you forget about it. And the grounding cable, or the grounding strap, uses these big ass Phillips heads. This one you don't have to do anything special with, it just threads through the frame. The one behind the CD drive though, that's the tricky one. That one you put through, and then this little piece here will have fallen off of the board when you take that screw out. So there are little locator, damn camera, right here. Well, I can figure out which way my finger's going. This right here, the center hole is where the screw comes through. The two holes on each side, those are the locator pins for the grounding strap. Just hold it with your finger. Push down on the power supply while you're, and you'll feel it coming through the grounding strap when you get it tightened. Okay, now this one was a security screw. And that one was a security screw. I don't know why they decided to put half of them Phillips head and half of them security screws, but that is more compound on my finger. It does not clean off all that well either. Usually alcohol will take it right off. And since I don't want thermal compounds smeared all over the inside, I'll go ahead and clean it off my fingers so that doesn't happen. There's a ton of parts. What's that, foos? There's my new fan right there. I already threw away the old one. It was looking pretty burnt. Okay, now we're ready to put the grounding pressure plate back on. Go like that. Locator pin there in the front. And this is where me marking all the ones that had the Phillips head in it comes in handy. I guess the Phillips head you don't. That one you do have to take out. That one you do have to take out. And that one. These three on the back I guess you don't actually have to remove. They're slotted so you can tilt the frame and then pull it out. But it's a little too late for that for me because I already took them off. All of them are the same length. They're not all the same length. So that's why they're acting weird when I put them in. See, this one's supposed to be the long one. Going sideways. And for some reason those are trying to go sideways when I put them in. So the three super short ones. So yeah, I guess you do have to remove them because those aren't long enough to actually allow you to pull that plate out. There's a whole bunch of moving parts. There's a whole lot of stationary parts too you gotta remove. So yeah, the three silver short screws, they go in this end piece here. I don't know why I didn't remember that, but oh well. And all the rest of them are the longer ones that act as a ground through the board. You can see a trace. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's a brass trace that goes all around this board here that this metal plate's pressing up against to ground the chassis. Get in there. I'm glad I found that jeweler's screwdriver though. There's one more Phillips head that oh, there we go. Yeah, there's no. Still gonna have an extra Phillips head. So did I not mark a Phillips head. Hands of a surgeon. That's plastic, that's a plastic, that's a plastic, 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 plastic. Yeah, so there was one that I did not mark. So I'll just go ahead and mark it now so I don't have to. The next time it blows the fan out of the fucker. That's all the Phillips heads. So then you go back to the security screws. This is actually a ratcheting screwdriver, but for some reason I refuse to use the ratcheting part. There. Hold down for the fan, so you want to make sure you get that one in there. Because you don't want to make an extra noise after you just replace the little fucker. All the rest of them are locating pins. So yeah, that fan's not going anywhere. Hands of a surgeon. There's a whole lot of these little fuckers. You shouldn't have a trouble with grounding, that's for sure. That whole board is attached to this grounding strap. I think these might be the last two, except for that ground strap cover. I have one extra screw. Oh, okay. There's one on the top that goes. This little ground strap cover. Two more screws hold that down, and then there's one that holds the top of the top cover on before you slide the HDD cover back on. And there, it's pretty much all back together. All you gotta do is put the covers back on and we be ready to go. Ooh. Yeah, I may want to clean out the line of dust over here inside the lures. That might be helpful. Actually, got a stretch and dust right here. That'll work perfect. Wipe out all the dust that you can see, because it's going to build back up real quick. That looks perfect. And actually, you can go around the edges real good while you got it all taken apart. That's where it pulls all the dust into. Yep, there's dust in there still. Nice and clean. USB ports. They get dust in them too. Now we're ready to put it back in. Which way's up? Hard drive's up. Okay. So this is the bottom piece. Heatsink goes underneath the fan. Line up the power switch that's still attached to the board with the reset switch that's still in there. And it has to tilt to go back in. And it pops in a hell of a lot easier than it comes out, I gotta tell you that. And we put Darth Vader back on. So this PS4 is officially broken into. Yes, it's broken into, not exactly a jailbroken. But it should be all fixed now. And this goes over the side that does not have the hard drive, because that's the easy access plate for that. You have to put it in at an angle. Snap together. Gotta love it. Oh, well. Aren't I smart? I already put that screw back in. Okay. Now we can snap it back in. Then we have one screw here. And another screw up front here. Once you get those two screws in, this one slides in on an angle. Slide it in, push on the side. There you have a repaired PS4. Looks like there's, oh, that's power. Thought it was a major gap. That does not feel right. I don't think the power switch lined up quite right. So, let's take that back off again. The joys of the mechanic parts. Well, that's not even the one that I thought was going to have an issue. That's the one that's actually attached to the board. Damn. There's more dust in there that I missed. Sorry about the blinding light there. Is it the reset or is it the power? Because one of them doesn't have much spring to it. Let's see. Oh, that's the touch ones. That one didn't even have the mechanical buttons on it. And that's a slim, so should be a little springy though. That one's definitely got a little spring to it. That's the eject. I don't know why the power one is sticking. I gotta take that board all the way back apart again. There's dust buildup on the CD tray thing too. Probably stuck to all the vape that's been on it. Oh, that looks way better. I'm guessing that's just how it actuates. It's not springy like the eject button. That's what you really need to, because it's like an act of God to get that thing to come off to begin with. But if I don't put the screws in, I'm sure it'll be falling off daily, so. There we go. There, now it feels, I can feel it click the power. Doesn't really stick out that far. And if I could find a PS4 button, we could or a PS4 power cord, which I believe is this 7 amp 125 volt. Sounds right to me. Now, do I have a empty spot to plug it in? I'm not going to hook it up to a TV, but at least we'll be able to see if it sounds like a rock tumbler again. There we go. Polarized plug. Alright, plugged in. And turn on. I said turn on. There we go. Can't even tell if the fan's on. He's super quiet. But it's probably giving me the bitchy message about you did not properly turn off your PS4 the last time, because I think this one actually crashed. Oh. Here's a grounding strap that we didn't put back on. So I'm not done. Damn it. Learn from my mistakes. See, that's why I said you don't need to put that screw back in, because fucker don't want to come apart anyway. Come on, just pop off of there. Yeah, I forgot a grounding strap. So now I gotta take the cover back off. That's a pain in the ass to get off and on. Flathead. Yeah, I put it all back together and then saw this sitting on my computer. There. So we gotta take those 4 screws back out. Dang it. My thoughts exactly. Okay, where did I just put that grounding strap that I just found? Oh, here it is. Goes on right here. Oh yeah, there's a locator. Yeah. And that's why that one screw wasn't marked as needing a Phillips head, was because that mark is on top of this grounding strap. It all makes sense now. Yeah, that's more my thoughts. Okay, stupid little grounding straps back on there now. Now we get a fight with this little fucker again. Damn, there's a whole lot of... I just want to check the top cover before I put it back on. This one's slightly modified to increase airflow. I don't advise this modification. Or it may be that I just got really pissed at it because it wouldn't come off and I pulled on it and broke it. But we'll go with slight modification to get it to work. Whoops! I'm wondering if there's supposed to be a spring behind that. Because that would be the switch that went flying that I found down there. Not seeing a spring, but there's a whole lot of places that it could have flown that I wouldn't see it too. think that it should be spring loaded. Oh well. It still turns on, so. And this is actually my first PS4. So when I turn it on, it's going to bitch at me and tell me that this account is already a main account on a different PS4. See? Pops on there real easy. Coming off, not so easy. This is not so bad if you have a flathead screwdriver to pry in there. I've got another one up there that needs a fan too. It's a different model though. So it may take a different fan. Life and times of our incredible cough cough. Ooh, nice. Can you tell I used to smoke a lot? I don't think I ever cleaned the outside of this. Yeah, there was definitely some nicotine on there. There you have nice shiny Darth Vader. Look how shiny it is now. Little alcohol, fix your eye up. Alcohol, the answer to all your problems. Alright, let's test it, see if it'll... power up. There it goes. Listen to that nice quiet fan. And now it's probably freaking out because there's no display hooked to it. Fan's really not all that powerful as far as being able to feel the airflow. And now power's off. Oh, no it's not. What do, go into sleep mode? Oh, there it goes. Now the power's off. Totally amazing. So now I have another one that I have to fix, and Then I'll have 3 working PS4s. And this is something I just got from Walmart. Came in a kit. It was like $10 for this kit. Comes with a magnifying glass. Oh, everything's backwards for me. Magnifying glass, a magnet. Oh, that's not the magnet. An inspection mirror, magnifying glass, some scribes, an air pressure gauge for some reason, not real sure. There's the magnet, and it comes with a nifty little pickup tool. I don't even see the, oh, there's the I would have paid $10 for this because it came in really handy. It's magnetic on the bottom, so you just toss the screws in there and they can't bounce out. Bounce out. I don't know what kind of accent that was. And it all goes together in this nifty little case. Yep, all magnetic. And now I gotta figure out where these tools came from and put them back. Goes there, goes there, goes there. And that's a special screwdriver kit with the security screws so you can take stuff apart like that. Put my thermal paste back in my drawer there until the next time I can't find it. And this was a lifesaver. A little jeweler screwdriver with a bunch of different bits for it. Sweet. Those will all go back in my toolbox back there again. Oops, missed one. Hillbilly bleeding for Jordan. Damn straight. And then I can, let's see. Nobody needs to be looking at my crotch. So we will, let's see, where's my first webcam? Take that one away. Transition. Go to video capture here. And that one. And go up here on top of the, oh, it must be the new one because it still has the plastic wrap thing on it. So we do that, take it to the bottom. Oh, no, not the bottom. Second one up. And there we go. Now what was that? That was actually a chat, right? Oh, the fan was sounding like a rock grinder. Really really, really noisy. So I replaced the cooling fan that I got there. I don't know if that's the part number or not, but it says 1953 on it. And put new thermal paste on the CPU. There, now I can get to normal height. And that was weird because I actually had part of the chat show up over here. Where is the chat box? Here's the chat box. It's supposed to be from about the edge of here till there, but there's no chat over there. I'm all screwed up on direction because I'm used to the PS4 camera being backwards. There we go. That's pretty much positioned like the PS4 camera now. Hello, how are you? 548-732-4725. Zombie 941. Is that Sinner? Are you good in PCs? I've been known to fix several PCs. Ah, Smeister. Gotcha. There, I can remove that. And he gets rid of that side thing there. There, that makes it a little bit bigger. Isn't that kind of dangerous? Is that your phone number that you have as your contact name? Nope. Okay. That would seem a little dangerous. I'm just a number guy. That's what I'll call you then. Number guy. It's actually the right amount of numbers to be a phone number. The weather up here, it's not so bad at the moment. It's getting a little warmer, but I think we're supposed to be up to 50 degrees on Christmas. Where's my weather app? Yeah, it's 46 right now, so yeah, damn near 50 today. It's supposed to be actually 50 tomorrow, 50 Tuesday, 50 Wednesday, 57, damn near 60 on Thursday. And then the rain comes back. With vitamin E acetate or without? No, without vitamin E. Vitamin E will kill you. Where's Baby Yoda? Well, if they'd actually make a Baby Yoda. Oh, I do have this one. Somebody sent it to me for free when I ordered a Black figure figure. Black Series figure. It's a little guessing it's 3D printed, but it's really smooth. Yeah. I'm not allowed to hold the actual Baby Yoda because I drop this one every time I pick it up. There's little Baby Yoda. Not sure why he's hollow, but we'll ignore that point. That's why I keep him in this little bubble, so I don't lose him or drop him or severely hurt him. It looks like we have some thunderstorms. Well, not thunderstorms, but some rain Wednesday, and then cloudy, and then Friday and Saturday. It's still going to be in the 50s, but we got rain coming in. So I need to move my vehicles out of my backyard or they're going to be stuck, I believe. Because once all this snow melts and then it starts raining, my backyard's going to flood. Vitamin E acetate is good as skincare and ingested. Just not inhaled. Definitely not heated. It does kind of look like a pencil eraser. But I don't think it's big enough to put a pencil in the hollow place in the bottom. I could probably figure out some way to get a dowel rod that's the right size and just put him just off the side of the camera. That was really freaking out Scoob that she didn't know who Zombie 941 was. Just so you know. Ha! I thought it was a fan I hear. Yeah, there's a fan back there. Can you not see it? Oh, I turned it because it was blowing right on the camera and causing all kinds of issues. My camera's turned off, so I can close it up and put the little privacy screen down. Yeah, you told me too. But it was really freaking her out. She was like, "Who's this Zombie 941? I don't know who it is." Put my alcohol back in the bathroom. Probably just leave the Q-tips out here. They come in handy for tons of different stuff. So how long did I actually... Does it have a runtime? Probably does if I go to Twitch. What? It didn't even tell me that I'm streaming? I have to go to my own channel. Oh, it doesn't have a runtime, does it? Oh, there we go. Uptime. So the chat is showing up over there. Just one comment at a time. Let's see. Do my comments? Yeah. Oh, I must have shortened the box a little too much. So it doesn't actually show the whole conversation or the whole name. There we go. What's the name on the bottom right corner? What's the name on the bottom right corner? Conman2493? Mine? There. See, now it shows the whole name there. Did I put enough space for it to show my whole name? Nope. But I've got a really long name apparently, so. And it's got the camera and the other thing in front of it, which shortens the amount of space. And yeah, I know Testes doesn't have an I in it. Oh, these are the followers. Yeah, that's the most recent followers, which I can probably shorten that down a little bit as well. Event log. Is that still readable? Yeah, you can still read it fine. For some reason, this camera does not want to form to the right size of this box either. I've got all this dead space over here. Or if that's because, let's see, audio input, video capture, settings, configure auto. Default, okay. Done. Doesn't look like it made a whole lot of difference. There. Center it a little bit. Or I guess I could zoom in, but then I'm not. Center screen. Dead space for the chat. Today's high is supposed to be 37. Well, we got a lot warmer here than DMK. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, being in the 50s the next couple days. But hey, I'm not going to complain. Haven't streamed on Twitch in 6 years. Yeah, this is going to be the new platform. Kind of excited because I've got like old Xbox and Xbox 360 games that I love to play that I'm sure probably nobody has ever streamed. Just game stream? Yeah, I've seen some of your game streams. Yep, PC. I'll probably still be on Playroom for a little bit. I'll just stream through the Playroom to Twitch. Better unplug that before I forget it was plugged in and then lose the power cord for that PS4. And then hopefully people can find me if I'm on the Playroom. I don't know. I don't like that there. Let's viewer count. Let's move that right here. The event log. That sounded like something was falling. Up here. There we go. Now it's not hitting me in the face all the time. And the other whole side, that's for the chat log. I don't know why it doesn't. I wonder if there's a setting for the chat box. Or if there's a. Always show the messages. There we go. Yep, I just adjusted it so it should keep it up there for, I think I set it for 65 or 70 seconds. So that should help out. I'm going to be streaming on both. But I just ordered an Elgato video capture. And my favorite game ever is on Xbox. And it's going to be, I'm going to stream that. It's called Stranger in Oddworld. It's just hilarious what they got away with, what they put in that game. Yeah, that'll work a hell of a lot better. In fact, I could max it out. Oops. That ain't what I meant to do. There. That's where I needed to go. Yeah, I'm doing it through Slob. Slobs. Streamlabs OBS. You tell me you have an Xbox? I have the original Xbox and I have an Xbox 360. I do not have a Xbone. See what it looks like on computer now. Doesn't look bad. I don't know why it has that weird, oh, it's because I had the cursor. That's why it was fading out the top. Let's see what I can do with the camera. Can I change it to 1080 and it'll actually take it? Resolution? Holy shit, why do I have the resolution bumped up so damn far? Holy snaky! Screwed that one up. I have the Xbox One S. What the heck did I do to my video setting? Ain't nobody want to see me up that close. There we go. That's set for 1080p. Is that still coming through? Yeah, that looks way better. Well, it's set for 1080, not 1080p. How's the audio sound? I've actually got it really deadened because I was going into the red way too much. And I've got an external mic here that I can use, but didn't feel like setting it up today. I've actually got a couple external mics beside the one in the, I'm just using the one in the camera today. Crossplay Halo. I used to love Halo. When it very first came out, I used to play that all the time. Halo, and what's the engine that everybody uses now? Oh, what the hell is it? It was an old game that's now a platform engine for a lot of the fighting games. Team something? Can't remember. Gears of War, no. It's actually when you start up a game, it comes up and tells you. I think it was on. Well, I don't have a box for Jedi Fallen Order. Can't remember what the hell that was. It was a game I used to play, and now it's a basically a platform that they make other games off of now. Oh, I wonder if Modern Warfare uses it too. Nope. No, I know it used it on. Well, I could do that. Oh, I bought Death Stranding. I haven't tried to play it yet, though. What the hell was the name of that game? I played it on PC, and I think it was on PlayStation 2 or 3. It's not Respawn. It's not EA. Unreal. Yeah, Unreal Tournament. That was the game that I used to play all the time. It was a lot like Halo. I thought it said that we have a share cloud or something like that. PS4 has a share cloud. That's basically how you upload your share games, or not your share games, your saved. You upload them to the cloud, and then like when I plug in the other PS4 in the other room, I can go onto the cloud and pull down all my saved games. No, I don't have the parts to fix the other one. I'll have to look up the serial number to make sure that I get the right fan for it. But eventually, I will fix the other one. Does the picture look better, Kafuzi? Between PS4 and Xbox. Oh, I didn't know about that. A cloud between Xbox and PS4? I changed it to 1080p or 1080 from my. I think I had it set for 750 or something like that before. Oh, it's supposed to be coming out in the next year? I thought there was supposed to be a lot more collaboration between. Because I think somebody else. Is Google coming out with a console? And now pretty much everybody is joining together to fight against Google. I heard somebody was coming out with another console. It's still a little cut off. It's cutting off Kafuzi's name. Probably just because she has a sword. Oh shit, if I do it that much. And it's still cutting off the end of her name. That's really cutting into the stream, and I can't fit the whole thing on there either. As long as we don't have a bunch of people that their names start out with the same thing, then it should be okay to figure out, which I've got a chat over on the side that I can see what people are saying with their full name, but I kind of like it flashing up on the screen like that too. It's fine here. Yeah, we're gonna get up in the 60s. I just looked on my my weather app, Kafuzi. We're gonna be up in the 60s. Oh, why is that caught on something? That was the other camera. It didn't like that camera for some reason. I had to hook up the new camera. Just a little cheesy. I think I paid $10 for it on eBay. It's not a bad camera. But for some reason it did not want to dual cam with the other one. No other Kafuzis exist anyway. Well, yet, anyway. Yeah. You never know. Are you ready for Christmas, Kafuzi? I'm never ready. Now you can see my messed up hair. I haven't even combed my hair this morning. Smike's gonna make a clone. Wow, it's really detailed compared to that crappy ass PS4 camera, that's for sure. I just don't like the fact that I have to look over here at the computer to see the chat. Go for it! I don't know if that PS4 is newer or older. Do you know, Smikester? Which one had the actual buttons on the front and which ones had the, like, thermal switches on the front? Because the one I just fixed, I'm going to change my name on here. Trilling's bad, okay. I think my root beer can dispensary is getting a little full. I don't need that PS4 to fall off of there. Well, I've got PS4. One of them has actual buttons on the front, mechanical buttons that hit the main board, and the other one has one that you just run your thumb across and it picks up the heat of your thumb that turns on the PS4. I didn't know which one was first and which one was newer. I'm thinking the mechanical buttons were probably first, and then the thermal one was newer. So it might have a better fan in it. But that's how I can tell that it's a different model. And then the Slim, it actually has like a little button that you push on it, but it's just a little small button. How about Gator Man? That's a thought. Gator Man! See if Baby Yoda shows up any better since I changed the DPI. Which I'm not on the live screen right now, so I can't tell when. Oh, hell. Yeah, it's not going to focus on that, is it? Oh, wrong way. Nope, not gonna. Has a ring to it. Yeah, my Destiny bundle is like that. Same Nate, Smikester. I think you can change your name anytime you want to on Twitch. But if they ban you under another name, then you're still banned when you change your name, so that kind of backs off the whole go in, change your name, and then come back in and troll under a different name. The first one had that. I knew what? I knew that Zombie was Smikester? Yeah, I knew that. The first one had that. Which one, though? It had the actual mechanical button that you had to push. And then the second edition had the one that you just run your thumb across. Or finger across, or whatever you want to run across it. I don't like this screen. I'm too far behind. At least the screen I'm live, I can see what I'm doing at that time. I'm talking Destiny 1. I'm lost. My Destiny bundle was like that? Oh, yeah, for some reason my Darth Vader one, it has the button, but the one that I bought after the Darth Vader locked up, it has the one that you run the thumb across. Why is my phone leaking noise? Okay, so the one that you run your thumb across is probably the newer edition. So I just fixed the older edition before I fixed the newer one. Makes perfect sense. Which that one I haven't had apart at all, I don't think. The Darth Vader one I actually took apart and put new thermal paste on and then used it for about 2 months and then the fan went out of it. So it should be good to go. You've had both of them too? That's right. You would probably know as well. Although you're probably like me and can't remember which one was first and which one was second. I never noticed that. The feet on the bottom of the PS Slim is the triangle, the circle, the X, and the square. The one that lifts it up off of the table just a little bit. Have the collector's Black Ops 3 console too. Yeah, this is the Darth Vader one's the only one that I have that's anything special. It's got a 2 terabyte hard drive in it now because my first hard drive fried. I don't know if that's what mine are or the Fat Boys or not. But it actually played the PS2 games, didn't it? The very first PS3 was backwards compatible. Yep, mine fried. Probably the cooling fan. It's always been the weak point in all of the PlayStations. Excuse me. You would think that they would get the hang of that after a while, but then again, how many updates have we had, and then each update fucks something else up? Always something. No, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, fan was getting loud, and then corruption and red eye. I have 2 PS3s. I'm gonna mod one. I've got 2 or 3 PS3s. They're stacked over there somewhere. Both of mine still work fine. One of them got hit by lightning, and I sent it off to Sony. They fixed it, sent it back to me, and my insurance company had already bought me a new one, so that gave me an extra. How do I get that? we go. Add viewer count. Add source. Transition. Oh, chat box. I didn't add that back in. I'm gonna buy a couple of kits for my controllers. Oops. Wrong one. Alright, it's maxed out. Done. That should go below alert box. Transition. You can hear me now, right? I can't type worth a shit. The left stick wears out for me. Yeah, you end up using that a hell of a lot more. Can you hear me? What? How about now? Somebody try unsubbing and resubbing. See if my little widget thing is working again. I don't think I can sub to myself. Nope, follow's completely gone. Still here? Can you hear me? Okay. Count, lock that. Event log, don't want to lock that. Alert box, don't want to lock that. Lock that in. Audio, lock that in. Okay. Everything should be set back up the way it was. Screamed in message. LOL. Stevie! I just now got it. Yeah, I was screwing around with a one of the title screen things and completely screwed up my my settings. Somebody tried to unsub and then resub to me, or follow. I mean. Oh wow. Did the camera pick up my stomach growling? I don't have that game, and he keeps sending me invites for it. Well, since we're playing around, see what that does. Let's try adding. Well, first, let's cancel out of that. Let's Gonna go mute here for a second. Alright, I guess I'll play around with that later then. I don't know why it wasn't working though. It should have. Those emotes are crazy. Crying baby face. I don't like that it doesn't keep track of how long I've been streaming. There we go. Show timestamp. Show mod icons. What the hell? You can do emotes only chat. So that's all you can do. You can't type. All you can do is use emojis. That's just weird. Trying to blend headset. You can hear me now, right? Salty. What's the bomb in front of Confuzi's name? That's a sword. Because she's a moderator. I don't know if I can scroll clear back up to when Stack was in here. Oh wow, it doesn't give me the option to that's weird. It's got little symbols. Yeah, that's why you have the little sword next to your name. Yeah, it's weird. It's got little symbols. I can time you out, ban you, and delete your message right from the chat here. Like the chick waving. I can just pull that out. I can't delete my own though. One message was deleted by a moderator. So if you were on a computer, you would probably see these little symbols too then, Kafuzi. Because of something that I just turned on. I don't know. Oh, that's what it is. Because I turned on mod icons. I can't scroll at all, but I'm on PS4. Deleted messages, brief. Pause chat on scroll only. There, that got rid of the goofy little message things. You have to check. Said I could block. Well, if you block Kafuzi, it just means that you can't see her messages anymore. Symbols are my options too. Well, that means that you could have banned or timed somebody out. So maybe if I do that, people that are watching on PS4 can actually do that. Nasty! Yeah, I think I've got it set so that you can actually see. No? Oh, yeah, there it is. Kafuzi has sent 117 messages. She's got 0 timeouts, 0 bans, and 0 mod comments. I've got something named Dismiss. Really? For some reason, it's taken away my mod. Like if I try to go and mod Smikester, it doesn't give me the option. All it has is ban and timeout. I know I've had those options before because Kafuzi's got a sword next to hers. I think Scoob has one on hers. Probably just removes me from the stream. That's a possibility. I'm going to remove that. I'll try it. Let's see if the number goes down. Switch to legacy events. I don't know what that does either. Well, what did it do? Still here. Just remove the screen. That's weird. And I've got the chat over here set to the highest amount possible, so they should stay there for like a minute and a half before they disappear, the ones that show up on the screen. I was trying to tell Curtis how to do that because he doesn't have a way to view comments while he's streaming, unless he has another computer where it says send, etc. Let me look on. I wonder if I can do it through here. There we go. I have to go through Twitch. I can't do it from OBS. So Smikester now has a wrench next, or a sword next to his name. Send keyboard dismiss. Yeah, it's probably a PS4 thing then, because it doesn't show up on mine at all. What are people going to like Carlitos? Bay Kids, Doom's Drunking Hour. They won't make it on YouTube. Nah, I think there's going to be quite a few crackdowns on YouTube. Okay, so I figured out how to add moderators. And actually, the way I have it set up, you should see comments like 6 seconds before anybody else in the chat can see it. So that if somebody says something shitty, you can actually delete it before it even hits the chat. Nobody needs to see down my hall there, though. There we go. Oh, now you can see my computer. It's a lose-lose situation here. Well, I didn't move it that far, did I? See if I change my name. Be right back. Yeah, I need to do something so that I can be facing this way and read the chat. Oh, damn. I'm not sure what that does. there's a whole lot of buttons on here that I don't know what they do. But I can actually move shit around, and until I hit transition, it doesn't move over to the screen that everybody else can see. Like the event list, I can adjust the size of that to be exactly what I want it to be. And then once I hit transition, that's when it alters it over there. Stop yawning, you're getting me started. Do you have a follow button on your screen, Kafuzi? Try unfollowing me and then re-following me and see if it pops up the little zombie. That should be the alert box. Should pop up right here. I don't think there's a way to. Oh, there might be. Yeah, there we go. I can force it to. He's following like a zombie. That's pretty cool. I like that. But I'll probably get a GIF and change that. I don't know why my other microphone wasn't working though. I'll have to play around with that. It was actually showing up on here that it was audio. Video capture device. What happens if I... Doesn't look like it changed anything. No follow on the actual stream. Yeah, on the internet it's like a little heart thing up at the top. Well, that's cool. That's the way I wanted it to all set up, so. It looks like Cold as Fuck followed me a bunch of times, though, now. Because I kept refreshing it to see what the graphics look like. Which I can change that. Where's Kafuzi at? Trizash. Yep, you're not listed on there, so it must have already fallen off my list. There we go. That's much better. So I can make the screen actually bigger. I just have to scroll down there. I don't know, I can't make the screen any bigger. It stays at the same size. There we go. The hell, knocking shit off. Oh shit, I left my remote for my Android on. The battery's probably dead now. Did it not allow you to change your name? I found a place on mine where I could change my name. Oh, where was it? Settings, Twitch, channel and videos, maybe? Nope. I don't know if it'll let you use caps. Oh, shit. Can't even spell my own name. Oh, cancel. Yeah, it's telling me that the name is already taken because it's already there, but with non-capital letters. I have to get into the settings to change my name on the tablet. Yeah, I just tried to change my name and it wouldn't let me because all I was doing was adding capital letters, and apparently it doesn't see capital letters, which Kafuzi has a capital K on her name. But since I've already put it in as a small letter, it's saying that the username is already taken. And now because I left the screen, the chat's all gone. She's special. Yes, she is. Probably dumb that down a little bit. It's a little bright. Still seems like the camera's tilted up a little too far. I might have done that when I was screwing with where it was pointed to. And it's still got a lot of the ceiling in there. There we go. Didn't go to bed till 6:30 a.m. I think I got to bed about 1. Yeah, I think it was just a little bit after 1. Because I seem to remember Kafuzi saying, "It's midnight. It's 1 o'clock for you." Damn! Gaming Smack? Playing Red Dead. Oh yeah, I passed out too. I actually ate some chocolate chip cookies and then I passed out. With a little help of the 6 beers I drank. That was definitely a helping factor. That sucks that little splitter thing doesn't work. After Wreckfest, I'm going to grind Need for Speed Heat. I don't like the racing games much. Just never got into them. I'm sure I'll use it for something. I don't know where the hell I put it. Oh, there it is. It's got 1 input and 4 outputs, so you can put the same thing on 4 different screens at one time. But it doesn't let me adjust the computer at all. It pretty much locks up the computer at that point. I'll try an HDMI cable that's stuck on something back here. There we go. Put it in my junk box down there. I'll use it for something. Looks like pizza's package should get here tomorrow. And I'm thinking my capture device should be here tomorrow too. Because it said it was already arrived in Indianapolis. Yeah, I could use this one as another screen. It's actually hooked up, but I don't have it plugged in. Okay, gotta make a couple pies. Yeah, I think I'm about done for today. My stomach's growling. I gotta get something inside me. And it just so happens I have a ribeye steak sitting down there in the fridge. Take care, Kafuzi. I'm sure I'll hear from you later. Waiting for my Wish order. I've never ordered anything from Wish. I've heard good things and I've heard bad things about Wish. Some people say it's really cheap, really cool shit, and other people say it's just really cheap shit. Byes. Toodles. Oh yeah. The stomach growls are getting louder and more frequent. Wait, does that mean I have to change my saying? Everything I've got was good. Maybe you just got lucky. So I've heard a lot of people say that it just falls apart. Do I have to change my saying to say, if you want to follow, follow. If you don't, that's fine too. What's up, Lethal? Just getting ready to shut her down. Hey, where the hell did you get a baby Yoda? I want a baby Yoda. Oh, you got it from subbing to somebody. Wolf baby. Yeah, I'll have to find me a baby Yoda icon. Oh, I think it just ate my spleen. Yeah, I think it's time for me to go eat a steak. When you get affiliated, you can get emotes made. This one's from a streamer named... Why does it come up? Oh, it must just be what they named the emote. That one comes up as Wolf Sip. Why wouldn't they name it Baby Yoda? Wolf Spike, Wolf Rip, Wolf Clown, Wolf Boomer, Wolf Bits, Wolf G1, Wolf G2, Wolf Gun, Wolf Psych. Yeah, it has Dakotaz. It's got that in parentheses, and it's got it down next to a camera. But it gives me a giant name of the emote, whatever they named it, I guess. So, I guess I'm gonna go eat a ribeye. I will catch y'all later. Take care, Lethal. I think you're the only one still in here. I think I'm the other one. So I'll catch you later. See ya.